This week on the ASP, I sit down with Ashley and Andreas as we talk about Star vs. the Forces of Evil Season 3. I guess Part 2. Welcome everybody to the Animation Station Podcast, episode 93. My name is Josh, and today I'm joined by two special guests, Andreas De La Parra and Ashley Saylor. How are you guys doing?
Awesome.
So, welcome back, Andreas. We pretty much, you are our pretty much exclusive Star vs. the Forces of Evil correspondent.
Pleasure to be here one more time. It's amazing.
All right, and Ashley, this is your first time, correct?
Yes, this is my first time. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, no problem at all. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive into this topic because I don't know about you guys, been itching at this for a while, needing to talk this season out.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's just go first off. So, Andreas, what were your kind of just what are your thoughts? Just like a little brief synopsis of what your thoughts were for the second half of season 3.
I don't know. It's just a bunch of emotions. It's a bomb. But I say mostly satisfied and probably I don't know, like weirded out. I'm just in shock. Like it's a lot to process.
Definitely a lot to process. What about you, Ashley?
Well, this second half of this third season was definitely different than the first half. I think the first half was more like into, I mean, of course they have addressed like a lot of, serious things. Like a lot of the characters are changing and they've decided to become someone important and then there's like the whole shipping stuff and all that. But then the second half, it started to get very serious, especially concerning the truth about Eclipsa and what could this mean for the butterfly family. So we've gotten to more seriousness.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of and we'll do what we hope for. What we're hoping for in season 4 at the end of this show. But that was definitely one of the things that was definitely, to me, one of the most impactful of this season of what is going to happen with the Butterfly family. Because are they technically still in charge of Muni? I mean, they really shouldn't be, but how's all this going to play out?
I mean, I think it would be more like, if you think about it, Eclipse abdicated the throne and left his husband, well, her husband, sorry about that, for the monster. So in that moment, she kind of like said, I don't want this kingdom, I don't want this crown, take it, I'm going to live with the love of my life. Like, does that technically is giving away the throne to whoever the king chose, which was Festivia in this case? And from then on would be that like the bloodline of the throne for the Butterfly Kingdom. I don't know. I think it's something like that.
Well, I mean, I'm not 100% sure. I need to catch up on my Mumin politics, but I believe. I mean, the right of succession would still be. It wouldn't automatically just go to the adopted person who's been lied to their whole entire time as well. Because like you've lied to the people, you've lied to everybody. So it's a little confusing, like what all is actually going to happen here.
And also, we don't have a villain for season 4. Like, who's gonna be the evil that hunts Star now?
Yeah, and Eclipsa is not all that bad. I mean, there's a lot of good in her. Like at first, when we were introduced to her, it's like she kind of seemed like that kind of person like you could hardly trust. I mean, like totally understand what Queen Moon was feeling about her, but then later on, she's just this innocent, cheerful person, and there's nothing bad about her.
She's a waifu.
Okay, so I guess let's go ahead and kind of go into the episodes, and we'll kind of, say what we thought about the episode. So the first episode from the new part 2, whatever, is going to be The Bog Beast of Bogaba and Total Eclipse of the Moon.
Try saying that 10 times faster.
Nope, I don't want to.
God. Oh god. Bog Beast of Bogaba. Oh god, I can't. It's too much.
This, I will say, for Bog Beast, this to me was an episode that I did not care about. I didn't really think it kind of flowed with the season. I think Ashley and I talked about this. Like, there's a lot of episodes in here that are primarily filler episodes.
Yeah, and definitely. I mean, I personally think they just lost focus on the conflict and got distracted with a lot of unnecessary things. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I think some of this filler was like just for the sake of episode timing to try to keep it under 22 minutes. But I guess it's for the kids, probably.
Yeah.
Just to kind of make it a little silly because it's still a cartoon. So.
But the one thing I do take from this episode is that River constantly said to Star, "There you go, back to rushing things again." Like, it's true. From the beginning of season 3 till probably now, I guess, Star has been rushing into decisions without like thinking. Mm-hmm. Like River said, head first. That's the one. Like the only thing I take from that episode.
Yeah, that definitely happens. Now, I will say I did have a problem with this episode when it came out because all of everything after Stump Day that we got, like all of the promos, it kept showing Eclipse in front of the High Commission, and it was the trial. And then we got this episode, and it was like, wait, what? I thought there was supposed to be a trial. Why are we doing weird, random stuff
there?
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it does make sense. I mean, what happens in Total Eclipse of the Moon does kind of, bring what happens in the trial. Like, it makes sense.
Yeah. It's also like the one that completes the Bug Beast of Bugaba. We get to see what Eclipse and Moon were doing while Star and River were out hunting the Bug Beast.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That is something that Star does, like Star vs. Force of Evil does a lot that I like, where you'll have, this is going on in the first part, here's what's going on everywhere else. I like that they do that.
They definitely tried to focus a lot on other characters, like Marco and then Ponyhead and Tom.
Also Kelly,
and Kelly as well.
Kelly
got more time. One thing I didn't saw was Jenna. Where is she? Like, did she just appear on something and then disappear all of a sudden? What happened to her?
Who are we talking about? I'm sorry?
The secondary characters. I said Jenna, like, where did she
go? Yeah, and I miss Jackie so much.
Oh, yeah. Our little Jackie.
Yeah.
I hope she and Jenna are dating. So bad.
Oh my god.
all the J, they left all the J characters back on Earth.
Oh, yeah, they left the J.
All right, so anybody have anything else they want to talk about for this episode or these 2 episodes? Anything that was like to you that was like, oh my goodness, a magic revelation or anything? Other than we do get the fact that the family tree's messed up.
Like another part from the total eclipse of the moon would be like.
Was I saying total eclipse of the heart? I think I was.
What?
I think I was doing song lyrics and not the actual name of the episode, so.
A total eclipse of the
heart. Exactly, yeah. That's what I think I was doing.
I love that song. No, but like what I was saying, the thing I also take from Total Eclipse of the Moon is that the Magic High Commission was also hiding the records from the crown, and it was like they are full of secrets. And as well as how creepy it is that Eclipse made a guitar out of a bird rat skeleton.
I don't know. I would still take that guitar. It's pretty cool. One of a kind.
I guess we now know where Meteora got all her likes for heavy metal.
Exactly. All right, so the next episode was the butterfly trap and Ludo, where art thou? So for
The
butterfly trap, I finally got the confrontation with the High Commission. We got the trial.
hmm
So that was pretty cool, and I'm glad they brought like the Truth or Dare box back. That was pretty. I like how it was set to party mode.
I really liked the pacing in this one. Like I'm glad that they brought out the box of trial or whatever it was called, and it just really sped things along. And until the very end when like Eclipsa asks the question, and yeah, that was definitely that raised a lot of questions. Saying, "Oh my gosh, well, are they butterflies? Like they're not important anymore." And then or a star just bursts out of the courtroom, like, "Oh no, what's gonna happen?"
Who are they?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I really enjoyed this episode. This
Deep.
like for because I mean we got a lot of subterfuge in this episode because like there's all the butterflies sticking together and coming up with this thing to get the magic eye connection. I thought that was a really good twist, and I honestly hadn't seen that coming, that they were working together. So when that happened, I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah,
Also, this
definitely.
brought up the question, uh, does Glossaric know about this? Like, since he was the whole time he
Bro,
was saying Globgor,
like,
Globgor, and then he says at the very end who he Globgor it was, and it's like,
oh,
well, do you know
glossary.
something about this? Did you know the High Commission hid the truth about the Butterfly family?
Um,
It's like, wow,
I mean,
you wasted a lot of time saying all that.
Yeah,
like, we know he can see the future, so I doubt he did not know about this. Also, like, glossary, you can't, like, Jesus. How can you be acting like this for like one season, one entire
Yeah.
season, just running like a dog? Like I can just imagine Marco picking up his poop, and he was all like, "Ha, Marco's picking up my poop." Like,
exactly. And I guess we can kind of talk about that. They did replace Glossaric's
oh
voice
yeah,
actor from Jeffrey Tambor to Keith
yeah,
David.
Oh
So
my God.
so
yeah.
yeah,
Really?
there was yeah, because Jeffrey Tambor
It
had
was like, yeah, he got,
he got in trouble with
uh,
the whole yeah
sexual
everything that
assault.
was
Oh
going
my
on.
God.
He,
Yeah,
he was accused of sexual assault. Am I right?
yeah,
Something like that.
yeah. He
Yeah,
got
yeah.
Oh
accused too.
my.
So I
So
mean,
it was
I
one of
like,
those
I
ones
like,
where Disney was like, nope.
nope.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
like
I
I
did
like,
not know about that. So Keith David?
Yeah,
yeah,
Keith
the
David
guy
is the
that
new
made the
Glossaric.
doctor. I think
What
he made
the
the voice.
heck?
I think he made the voice of Doctor Facilier
I
in
know. Oh
South
my
Park.
God, that sounds nothing like him.
Yeah, they're called
Oh,
voice
okay.
actors.
Well, all
They're
right. Now
called
I
voice
know.
actors for a reason. No,
Well,
like,
it's one of those
yeah,
where I wonder if they're going to completely have Keith David redub everything that Jeffrey Tambor did,
they
because they
in
did
Gravity
that
Falls.
in Gravity
Yeah,
Falls with Louis C.K.
yeah.
Like they Alex
Hmm.
Hirsch went back in and did the voice for that. So I don't know if maybe they'll do that with him. It's yeah,
I
it's
mean,
kind of up in
there
the
are a
air.
lot of in Gravity Falls. They weren't as much episodes with him, but then in here it's Star vs. the Force of Evil. Glossaryk is one of the main secondary
Yeah,
characters. That's gonna be hard if they want to do that, but I mean, I don't complain. I like Tambor's voice, but if you do something wrong like this, you gotta go,
yeah,
boy.
exactly. Yeah,
Not right to do
there's
things like that. Yeah.
yeah, you don't
That's
get any of the happiness from that. So you get
What
off.
can you
man.
say?
This is what a way to screw up your reputation.
hmm And he was
I'm
such a
watching.
good character too. Like his
Yeah.
voice, like is
Oh
Glossaric,
yeah.
and now it's just yeah, now it's Keith David. But and I mean he didn't have a lot of lines because like I think all the Globgors were still Jeffrey Tambor because
Yeah.
I think it's just that last little bit at the during the season finale that was
Yeah.
Keith David.
Oh, okay. That was that very last line.
Yeah,
Come to think of it, it did sound a little different.
yeah. So I think that
Yeah.
was it, and then
A little.
Okay. All right.
A little. I was like, I'm also asking myself, coming from a guy from me that I live in Mexico, whenever the episodes are coming out in Spanish or in any other language, how will the translation be like? Will they replace the voice actor of for example here in Mexico to another one, or will they just change the line? I'm thrilling to see that what's gonna happen there. Like, it's gonna be weird not having timbre anymore.
Yeah. Oh man.
Well,
So
it is
where
what it
were we?
is.
I think we're on well, we talked about Butterfly Trap, so I think we're on Ludo where
Ludo,
Art,
where art thou?
yeah.
Dennis and Ludo, huh?
Which that was an episode.
I feel very sorry for Ludo. I
Yeah.
do like his character, and I'm just so sad that he's just so delusional now. And that last scene with the Star and Marco dummies. Oh my goodness!
Like I was
deep
getting
down he ships them. Deep down he's a Starco. Too.
Oh yeah, he's Ludo's Starco in it for sure. It was very like Hey Arnold, like with the Helga, and I was like, what are you doing with these things in your closet? That's really bizarre.
Yes. It was like if Helga did plushes of her and Arnold.
Yeah, just together. It's like, ugh.
Like, oh Arnold, oh, and that reminds me of Hey Arnold, the Jungle movie. Great.
I still haven't watched that yet. I need to watch it. It looks good.
It's in Kim Cartoon. You have to watch it.
Oh man. So this one, Dennis goes out to find Ludo, and I like Dennis's character. I wish they would do more with Dennis. He's like the not crazy Ludo.
Yeah, he also has a great voice.
Mm-hmm.
I like the different ranges of voices that they use for Ludo's family.
Yeah.
Definitely awesome. Like for example, his dad, his mom, it's just great.
Yeah, and then we have Alan Tiddick as Ludo, so he's playing his own thing, and everybody's playing off that. So yeah, it's like the whole family. It's a very interesting family. It is definitely a very interesting family. And I'll kind of talk about what I kind of am hoping for season 4 a little bit later, but it involves Ludo and his family. So yeah, well, we'll talk about that in a bit. But I thought it was a little bit sad at the end with Ludo. He was all happy about Spider coming back, but then Dennis is like, I'll take care of Bird too. And he's like, I don't know a bird. I was like, oh, that sucks.
Or Bird. I thought previously I thought Bird was his favorite. Now it's just Spider.
Yeah, I thought Bird was the favorite, but yeah, I guess it's Spider.
Was Ludo still wearing his potato bag? I can't remember.
I don't remember what.
He was wearing. He was wearing that thing. He was wearing a purple robe like this time.
Oh, that's right. Oh, he doesn't look like a hobo anymore.
Yeah. Well, with that beard, maybe.
Yeah, it's like, oh, don't worry, I was saving all the gubbins for you, and like shakes all the beard and everything falls out. It's
also, he lives in a house made out of garbage. How is that?
Well, it's weird because like it's the original, like it's his parents' house made out of garbage. So he built home out of garbage. So I love really enjoyed this episode. I thought it was good.
Yeah, definitely. And we got to see like Ludo again out of like half a season later.
Yeah, I mean this is the one and only time we get to see Ludo this season. Yeah. Or this second half.
I think it was a good way to just like show Ludo for a little bit and then go back to the butterflies and everything else going on in Muni.
Yeah, because that's where the main part of this story is. It's definitely the butterflies.
Yep, definitely.
All right. So next episode is Another Mystery and Marco Jr.
Oh, that episode hurt.
Is Another Mystery. Oh, what was that?
That was the one where Buff Frog leaves Muni.
Oh my god.
He and the monsters leave.
The only problem I have with this episode is Tom trying to compete against Marco.
Yeah.
Dude, you're already Star's boyfriend, sorry. You're already Star's boyfriend. You don't have to worry about that. You just be yourself and help Star. Don't try to be like, did I do it better than Marco? You're already her boyfriend, dude.
Yeah, Tom has kind of gone back to, like, I mean, I know he's still trying to grow as a kind person to Star and try to be a good boyfriend, but he's kind of gone back to, you know, being better than everybody else. But that's just the demon in him. He's still got his demons inside.
Which which is sad because, like I said in the previous like the previous discussion after Stump Day, uh, Tom, instead of growing as a character, when he came back with Star, it like set him back. Now this second season, he had a chance to grow as a character with Star, but I think instead of him growing, it's not Tom who's going back as a character. It's Star that's taking him back as and it's not letting him grow as a character. So yeah, I think like Tom definitely deserves better, and we'll see that when we get to school, I think. But
Yeah,
uh,
when Tom was by himself, I mean, he was really trying to
yeah,
work on his self growth, and then it's
not
like, okay, well, Star and I
like
are dating again, so
for himself, not for Star.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Hmm.
he was also doing it for Star a little bit, but like for example, when we saw the episode of uh, the Marco and Tom friend enemies, I think, yeah, he
My
was growing,
favorites.
and he invited Marco to finish his curse of anger management because he was doing it for himself, not for Star. And then he
Hmm.
went back to Star, and he's like, "Oh well, I'm back with her again. I
And
can be
it's
back to
true.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
doing it for her and not for myself." That's
Hmm.
what I'm like. That's why I really. That's the bad part of Tom Star for me. Like they're
Yeah,
not growing.
I hope he
They're not
works on that
helping each
too.
other grow as characters. You know.
Well, since Star and Marco are most likely going to get back together, maybe Tom will
Yeah, I mean,
uh,
but
get
but they're
back.
also having their weird spots too. Like it
Hmm.
makes me feel itchy. I don't know why, but it makes me feel
Yeah,
itchy.
yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
see what you're saying.
Ugh.
Yeah, I agree. I wish Tom's character did a little bit more this season because, yeah, what you were
Mhm.
saying, Andres, like every step that he takes, it's always a step backwards.
Yeah.
So like
Hmm.
that happens a lot this season, and I like Tom's character. It's
Yeah. Me too.
just he needs to have something else. He needs to do something that's not for Star. So like I think the best thing for Tom's character in season 4 would be for the two of them to go their separate ways because that's
Yeah.
Because
gonna help.
Star's
Like
That's
got a
gonna help
lot to
Tom.
deal with right now.
Yeah.
yeah. Like go still be friends, but like treat each other as friends and face that like they're not really that good as a couple
Yeah,
because
they need to have a Jackie and Marco moment where they
yeah
just
like
kind of they part. It's like, yeah, you know, I'm not the one
yeah
you think about anymore. Or, yeah, like go
yeah
off still like in a nice split that
yeah
doesn't
like
hurt
Marco. It was
everybody.
I thought when Jericho split up in I don't remember the name of the episode. I thought when before that I thought I was like, oh, but Jericho's gonna be when Jericho ends, I'm gonna be so happy that the being the cliche Starco shipper that I am, I'm gonna be like, oh, but I watched the episode and I was like, this makes me so sad. Like I feel so sorry for Jackie, and I love Jackie. She's one of my favorite secondary
Yeah.
characters. We need to
Hmm.
bring her back more, Darren, please. and but yeah, if they're gonna do it, they have to do it right, like they did with Jark.
I think in the end, Star will, confront with Tom, be like, "Hey, sorry, Tom, I gotta let you go," and then Tom will understand because
Well,
I think he knows that like Marco is definitely a
and
better match for Star, and he'll
like
understand.
Hmm.
yeah. Also, Buffrog living with the Buff babies was oh that broke my heart.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I also wanted to point out too that Um, Star went out of her way to bring humans and monsters together, and she
Yeah.
just kept failing in the end. But imagine, like, I mean, since, if, because Eclipsa, should have ruled over Muni and could
Yeah,
have brought humans
she could have.
and monsters together,
Yeah.
but she failed as well, and
Yeah.
she got herself crystallized, and it's like, wow, is this union ever gonna come about? I don't know.
I think it's gonna happen whenever Star becomes. I mean, she's queen right now, if you think about it. But
Acting
like
queen.
Acting queen.
acting, well, right now she's not acting queen because one, we don't know where Moon is, so and two, we don't know if she's either in the magic dimension or she is back in Muni with like all her mind away. So I think we can call her queen, and whenever they like find where Moon is, we can start calling her again acting queen.
But here's the
Hmm.
thing: is Star going to want to be called queen now that she doesn't think that she's in a like that they don't
He
belong?
doesn't.
They don't have the throne.
We already saw she doesn't want to be called queen. She's acting queen.
Yeah, but now though, see that's the whole thing. Like now that everything is fully has well, I guess we can kind of talk about it a little bit later.
That's
But
a shame.
everything's
Yeah.
now that everything's come to a head. Does she still want to, think that she deserves to rule Muni?
Well, we saw the description of season 4 that said Star is now the queen of the kingdom, but she sees that it's a harder job than it looks. So, ugh, what's gonna happen in season 4 with the
I really hope that Star has more confidence in herself to
yeah,
become queen because she's always like, I mean, I need some help here, guys. Like, I can't do this by myself. It's like, Star, you are a badass. You can do this.
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, at least she has Marco. That since season 1, Marco has been telling her, "You're awesome. You're great." I think Marco is the one that gives her confidence the most out of
hmm
everyone. Like nobody gives her more confidence than Marco, and like when we see it in their interactions, whenever they are like having a moment or she's like lacking something or she feels sad, Marco's they're like, "Hey, cheer up, you're this amazing girl," and like that. We saw that in that episode, "Cheer Up, Star." Like, are you kidding? You're the coolest girl I know, and boom, just like that.
hmm
Like Marco's always there to give
So
her
speaking
confidence.
of Marco, he's gonna be a brother.
Oh yeah,
Oh my
Marco
gosh.
Jr. I'm so I want to see Marco Jr. in season 4, like
I was I was hoping
physically
that
with
Marco
us
Jr. would
right
be
now. I
Nate.
want to see Marco
Oh,
start
sorry.
babysitting Marco Jr.
I was hoping that when I saw the title Marco Jr., I was like, is Naysaya coming back? Because that was what they called
Yeah,
Naysaya.
I thought.
And I was like, guys, I love Naysaya so much. But I
Yeah,
love the fact that he is going to be a little, well, he is a brother now.
he
So,
is. Yeah,
um,
that glacier ice though, or or or
Oh yeah,
Raphael
yeah.
get
The
whatever
glacier
it is.
ice. I love how his dad was so happy. He's like, "Oh, glacier ice, get out of here, dirty ice!" Like
Yeah,
throws it. That
I
was great.
I've been seeing a lot of comics about Marco Jr. how he would look like, and by far my favorite is one of my friends Frava. That is like Marco Jr. With Star and Marco, and he's about to say his first words, and then he says like sta, and starts like, oh my god, his first word, and then he says Starco. I want that to happen so bad. That would be like the biggest plot twist in the episode, and it would be so funny.
Yeah, I
Ooh,
was quite surprised
Like,
that they went back to Quest Buy. I was like, are we still gonna keep continuing going back to Quest Buy because everything bad happens? It's like, have we kind of crossed that line
yeah.
already?
How many times have you gone to Quest Buy and things have gone wrong? 100% out of 100.
yeah. Quest by don't go there. That would
Yeah,
be no. It's one of those like you don't even attempt.
yeah, to even go. Also, Star knows Marco really well, as we saw in that
hmm
episode. He knows him. She knows him perfectly.
Yeah, it was definitely one of those ones where like I it just reinforces that yeah, you guys know everything about each other. Like this is you guys are the finale, if you will.
Yeah,
They kind of like cemented that. I think like with this episode and then Booth Buddies a little bit later.
yeah.
Um,
Well, I think the next episode is Good Buddies, right? No, wait. But we're
Uh
gonna get there.
yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
now
get
we're
there
gonna.
in just a sec. I will say
Yeah,
that
yeah,
there
yeah.
was one thing that I loved about this episode. I loved how um the Diaz's like didn't know like that the parent like that sorry that the naming scheme was not you name it after your son.
Your son.
It's like no, that's
After,
not how it
yeah,
works.
it works if you name it like after your husband or your father or whatever, but not after your son.
Yeah, you wouldn't name yeah, that's it's so bizarre. So what happens if they
Yeah,
have another one? Is it Marco Jr. Jr.?
Marco the third.
Marco the 10th.
Marco the.
Now,
But
Josh, we were talking earlier about like how this how the Marco Jr. episode, like it took place back on Earth. It's like, well, now with Eclipse in the very end, it's like, where is Star gonna be after that? It's like maybe she'll come back to Earth so that Marco can be with his new brother now.
yeah, because like
I
what
mean,
we were saying was this is a good way to bring Marco back home and to start doing stuff back home. Because if you give him a kid, then you can bring all these other characters back. So you can bring Janet and not Janet, Jana and Jackie and everybody in. Maybe Oscar back, because I know somebody likes Oscar.
So oh my god!
So maybe bring Oscar back. Maybe bring all these people back, because this is your end. I think they wrote this in here. So they're like, we got to go back to Earth somehow, because we have all these actors that people really like, and we've only done them in one episode this year, or one episode in season 3.
Yeah,
it was not a lot at all.
It was really focused on Muni, all the seriousness.
But that also is questionable, because Angie in the end of the episode said, I mean, those scissors work both ways. You should visit more, right? Like, is he gonna stay in Muni, or whenever Marco Jr. is born, is he gonna come back?
I think he's gonna stay in Muni, and then since the scissors work both ways, so that way he can come and go. So that way it'll be like he'll still stay in Muni, I think. Because now that he's there, I don't think that he can come back to Earth. Because if you go from being the princess and then the queen's squire to now you're just like a student. That's not something that one can do.
How do you go from something so epic like, oh, I'm the queen's squire, almost knight, and even probably the queen's boyfriend, to I have to go back to Earth, back to the student life,
And plus, he's made good grades in school, so I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, he's the safe kid. I don't think they care.
I mean, is he a safe kid anymore? I don't know.
Well, no, probably not.
Debatable. Debatable.
All right. So, so next episode is Schooled and Booth Buddies.
Oof.
Oh, yeah, the waffle breakfast
you have to take a test. At least we got to see
because
Meteora.
That's more important right now.
Yeah. Well, at least we got to see Meteora, right? Like she was turning to the true form she had.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to see her backstory as well. Like the promo images of clips as a baby and as a little kid, and we finally got to see those clips entirely, and it was like, I'm sorry, baby Meteora and toddler Meteora are just so cute.
They're really cute.
She's really cute.
Definitely.
She's a cinnamon dork.
And it makes you feel for her, because you're like, even though you're bad, I completely understand why you're bad. Like, you've been having to lie and cover your true self the entire time, and you had a robot that raised you, who kind of tells not very appropriate jokes riddles sometime. That was a little bit weird. I was like, really? We're doing that, Disney? Thing. Okay.
Oh, God. And, I mean, at least we finally got to see why they name it Saint Olga. Considering they don't have, religion in Muni, or I think they don't, but it would be so that's where the name came from.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really cute how she got the name Heinous, because it was like shots to cam. Instead of saying she's totally hideous, she was she's totally heinous. Heinous, what a beautiful name. It was a cute name. I gotta say, it was a cute name.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, I mean, the backstory is the only thing that really matters in this episode, to me at least.
That and that turn it off the sorry, I can't. Do I even English? Jesus! She ripped Ponyhead from her horn.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Horn, I had to rewatch that. It's like, did that really happen? Yeah, but at least she got her horn.
It was like, oh yeah, and also some embarrassing moments like. I don't remember the name of that princess with the multiple arms. Oh, she was.
Oh yeah, shaving her arms. It's one of those episodes where you're like, okay, we've seen these characters only at St. Olga's multiple times, and then it's like, okay, why do we have to keep seeing these characters?
Yeah, you know what also broke my heart in this episode? You remember that the servant of Eclipse when he said, if you wanted my heart, you could have just asked. Oh,
yeah, that was a little bit. That was
my
sad.
gosh.
That was too much. That was too much. Oh, I'm still sad about that dude. Like, he loved Princess Marco as well. Like Princess Ferdina. Like, he's a nice soul in the inside. He just wanted everyone to go in peace, and he loved Miss Haynes and Meteora unconditionally. So it was like all the things he does for her and all the things he has done for her, and this is how like she treats him.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we have a time skip or something, and maybe she realizes what she's done, a little bit later, and then she goes back and brings him back. That would be nice.
Is she gonna remember him? I mean, she's a baby now.
I don't know. She remembered her mom. So, I don't know. Maybe she knows a little bit.
Yeah, probably. Like those memories that stay in the brain.
Yeah, maybe only the good memories. Maybe only the good memories she has.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'll come back to her.
Yeah.
Well, now booth buddies.
Now we got booth buddies, so this will be the next 4.5 hours.
So far, my favorite. I'm sorry, I know I sound so much like a cliche Starco shipper, but so far, my favorite Starco episode yet. And there's probably a reason everybody knows why. Oh my.
That whole time, I mean, I was like trying to watch like how much time of the episode was left. I was like, okay, guys, come on, like, because I was spoiled for that episode because I didn't really watch any of the recent episodes, but I was like, okay, guys, I'm kind of running out of time here. You better hurry up, and then got that last dollar.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Marco's $650 to make another appearance.
I'm so glad I stayed away from Instagram and Facebook and Tumblr and all that like that before that episode came out, because if I got spoiled about that kiss, I would have killed someone. It was the best thing ever.
My heart was racing like as the episode progressed a little more.
I was like, what's gonna happen? Like when he said no, but there's one last thing I need to do, and I was like, are you gonna kiss her? And he's like, take the photo the bullet's waiting for, and I was like, this is never going to happen. And then the frames just come out, and I'm like, no, and then the kiss just come out, and I screamed out. It was crazy.
Their reactions after that, though, was just classic.
It was the best. Also, I have to do this because I've seen a lot of rants against the Starco kiss. Well, I'm about to do a rant in favor of the Starco kiss. First of all, no, it was not forced. This Starco kiss has been a long time coming since season 1. Thank you very much, Blood Moon Ball. Okay, you should watch it. It's a really good episode. Number 2, they did it because they thought that would get them out of the booth. Okay, number 3, yes, Tom doesn't deserve to be cheated on because he's a cinnamon dork and he has done nothing wrong. But come on, do you really, when you see interactions between Tom and Star, do you see them as a couple in the last few episodes? And whenever you see the interactions with Marco and Star, do you see them as just best friends? I ask that. Also, don't start calling Star like she's a W word. You know what I mean? Or she's a B word. No, she's not. Okay, the feelings just got out. They're teenagers. I'm a teenager. I know what they were feeling like. Yes, we are weird. We're stupid. We know. Leave us alone. Okay. Thank you very much.
Well, I mean, I think after this episode really showed how Star and Marco have matured ever since Song Day, and kind of like moved on to try to focus a little more on trying to find themselves and make different choices. And then it's like they suddenly woke up and realized, oh yeah, there's something going on between us, and something very awkward. And then Marco just came to his feelings and decided, you know what? Since we're trapped in here, let's do it.
The hell with it. Also, Alex Hirsch voicing that goblin.
Oh, that was great. I loved it.
I was
Alex voiced that the goblin
that was
guy?
Alex. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also
he's everybody.
I did like Kelly in this episode taking nachos. Be like, here,
just
don't drive. Be like, I won't.
I won't.
I was like,
And
Marco, why is nachos like the your problem right now? Like, just can you focus on what's in front of you, your best
your
friend?
your crush, your future wife. Thank
Marco is
you.
always so in denial, but I love him. He is my favorite character.
That's Marco. That's Marco. Also, to remind everybody, hashtag bring Adam McCarthy to the Animation Station podcast.
Yes, please.
Yeah, that would be
Marcos,
great.
yes.
Adam,
We had that
please.
we had that hashtag since the last podcast, and we're bringing it back again.
I'll tag him once I'm be like, hey, I got this
Hell yeah.
podcast I'm in. By the way, Adam, are you listening to this?
Like I remember the last time we did this, I was like trying to get into the podcast, and I saw that Adam liked the post, and I was like, oh my god, Adam's gonna listen to us. And I don't know if he did, but I hope he did, and I hope he does it again.
So do I. That would be fantastic.
I
Yeah.
guess he's just.
The third one, get him in. The third one, let's get him in.
I guess
Well,
he's just been very busy with trying to promote the heck out of this show.
oh yeah.
Yeah. Also, he's the new Disney XD announcer, so
He is. Yeah.
Mhm.
that is. Mm, what else do we got? Oh yeah, we also get the part of Tom being a cinnamon torque and eating the heck out of the pie.
I love that. I love that. It's like, well, I'm in love with this
That-
pie.
With
I
this-
thought that was
Oh!
great. I was like, good job, Tom. Good job.
Yeah,
Pie brings everybody
job.
together.
I've been falling in love with this pie. Oh, and then the dork face he makes when he takes a bite out of the pie, like, oh. Uh, remember
See,
when
Tom
Soggy
is
Burrito was a
awesome.
thing? Remember when there was a ship between the burrito and Star?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Never mind that. It's now Tom Pie. Welcome, Tom Pie.
Pie.
Okay.
Oh man. Okay, so going on our next episode. Oh boy. It's tough love and then Bam Yui Padi.
Yeah.
Patty.
Oh yeah,
Pat-
the
what-
Korean.
The Korean one.
Bamboo Patty. I still got that song stuck in my head.
This episode for me, honestly, probably one of the worst episodes I've seen in a while. It did
Tough Love?
it did
Right.
nothing. It did nothing for me. It didn't really do anything for the for the story. Other
I think-
than Ponyhead got a 3D printed horn.
I like how
And Jenny Slate
her
came back. That was about
ex-boyfriend
it.
came back. Like
Oh,
that
yeah.
guy's like customer service is our number one priority.
Mhm, yeah.
Just the way he talks.
Typical. You know what? You know what was funny? I think I saw the fandom in Ponyhead's eyes in this episode. That's the fandom in a nutshell, basically.
The only reason why I liked this episode was because Ponyhead just totally reminded me of one of my high school best friends. Like she talks like her and she loves like Korean dramas. I was like, can this be any more related to her? So I like that.
Candace. Hey, Candace. All right, but apart from that, I think we got another episode that's
Yeah, then we got
Tough
Tough
Love.
Love. So then we get Meteora Comes Home.
when the episode description came out, everyone was like, "Oh, there's gonna be a Tom Star against
Yeah, like
versus
shipping.
Starco episode," and no, it was about Meteora coming home, and it was filled with emotion.
Mhm.
Still, we got to see Rich Pigeon again.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
oh, Rich Pigeon. Man.
He was pissed. He was pissed.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
his awesome, cool new legs don't work anymore. Yeah, this was for I thought it was
Also,
a good episode.
The part of seeing the realm. Yeah, it was a very good episode. Also, seeing the realm of magic again, that was awesome.
Mhm.
Mm.
But I feel so bad, like for both Eclipse and Moon, because one, Eclipse had just wanted to defend her daughter, and two, Moon just wanted to like. She even admitted it. She didn't want to do anything to Meteora. She just wanted to bring her home, and that was it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Like-
it was definitely a tough episode.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, is that? I guess that's all we got for that one.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, other than Moon like loses her eye, and I'm not
Yeah.
100% sure what all that's gonna do. So we know that in so what? Let's see, what's the next episode? Is it Divide? Yeah, it's Divide. So then we go to the next
part one.
episode where we have Moon, and she like has lost everything pretty much.
She lost her marbles.
Which I'm also kind of wondering like what all that's going to entail later on.
I think. I mean, I had a strategy for her start to find Moon. Now that she's back to wherever she is, she could have used the All See Night, but again, she lost the wand.
Yeah, she doesn't do a good job of keeping her stuff.
Yeah, definitely not. Like I think it was sweet that she gave the wand to Eclipsa, but still, like, okay, how are your kids gonna learn magic if you're still the queen then and you have kids? Okay. Second of all, that's your mom. If you ever find her and she regains consciousness, I think your mom's gonna kill you for giving her the wand.
Yeah, we don't even know where Queen Moon is right now. She's still trapped in the magic dimension.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's somewhere. Who knows?
Yeah. Also, we got to see Princess Marco again.
Yeah,
I love Princess
what was
Dana.
it? The Magnificent
Seven.
Magnificent Seven. And we got to see the some bro moments between Marco and Tom. That was
Tomko. I'm just so glad that we got just a little smidget of them because I still love them from that frenemy.
I mean, Marco was honest and told Tom, "Hey, I kissed Tom. I'm sorry."
That was just so blunt, and Tom just runs off.
Yeah,
I'd love the blow off.
I'm not gonna leave you. Yeah, like, nope. And then, I know you were lying. No, I really did kiss Tom. Oh.
Would have been funny if there was. I don't know if there was like dramatic music in the background, but they could have made it a little more dramatic just for comedic reasons.
Brian, where were you? Brian, we need you. Get your ass over here.
Yeah, I thought that was good. I loved Tom's, Fire Nation armor. I thought that was pretty good.
Everybody knew that's a reference to Avatar. We all know that. Face it.
Yeah, I was almost mistaken his voice actor for Dante Bosco at first.
I love Dante Bosco.
Question time. Who wore it better, Zuko or Tom?
Well, if Tom had like a scar over his eye, then maybe Tom, but unfortunately it's still Zuko.
I kind of personally think maybe Tom wore it a little bit better because he has shark teeth.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but Zuko takes it away.
And a third eye.
Yeah. He does have some.
And he also has horns. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe Tom, because if we're gonna go like first season Zuko, where like he looks like he's like the armor doesn't fit him, then okay, I'll give it to Tom.
Also, in this episode, we got probably yet another meme of this series, the Kelly. Oh, freaking Tad! I love him. Tad. I love Tad. But he's also like, you need to move on, dude.
Yeah, I was like, have we already settled this? But he's still.
I thought it was settled in leveling bitch, and then you get like get your life together and move on, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I love you, but you need to move on, dude.
I loved Talon too, wanting to get it. It was like, hey, we got to take that picture.
Dude, that's man.
That was the best. The team picture. All right, and then I just go ahead and go into Conquer now. So the season finale. I will say I loved Moon and Stars stuck in the stuck in the magic realm, and just like I loved that. That was probably one of my favorite parts of this series.
And Moon
episode.
So cute.
I personally, I don't know, maybe that kind of dragged for me a little bit because
Oh no,
I
it
mean,
definitely dragged. The pacing was
Yeah.
not very good in this episode, but
Yeah.
I did like their interactions.
yeah, they were pretty cute.
And I love that like Ed and Sheer was like killing it with the goofy star, like when she's like, "Where'd the hairy lady go?" Like I loved that. That was
Had it.
fantastic.
Uh, they have too many legs.
Hmm.
Whoa, wait, that sounds a lot like Star.
Well, it's I'm a voice actress as well, so
That's awesome.
yay to you.
Oh man, yeah. So
Also,
I mean,
Moon was
those were some good scenes for me.
yeah. Also, you know what else? Like Moon was just so cute in this episode. She was so cute.
Oh, she was,
With
yeah. When she's out of her big stuffy dresses and everything like that, she's great.
and also
Hmm.
or with her starry eyes and all like that. She's just a sweet
I'm trying to
angel.
think of what else happened in. Oh yeah, the fight with
The fight, yeah.
Meteora and Star, like and Star like giving up her. She like literally gave up like her magic, right? She doesn't
Yeah.
have it anymore, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think she's
I
done.
mean, she has her magic from dipping down and all of that, and the butterfly form magic. But apart from that, she doesn't have the one magic anymore. Also, Glossaric, you ass.
Yeah, I will say I did like and another thing that we got like at the end of this episode, the kind of going back to what we talked about earlier, the whole Tom and I mean Star and Marco, needing to be together. She is like distraught with Marco when he's a balloon.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah,
man.
that
And Tom is just like, like maybe we should just leave. We should hide. And Star
hmm
just like knows now. It's like, well, no, I can't. I have to stand and fight. I have to. I'm Uni's only hope
yeah.
for setting
I'm
things right.
surprised she didn't do like a Marco would never run type thing, but
Hmm.
that would have hurt too much.
Yeah.
That would have got it
But at
really.
least Marco's back to normal. I'm
Yeah.
glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad they didn't just like cut it off
Oh,
like that.
and that
Like everyone's still in balloon mode. Of like, no, don't you do that, Darren
yeah.
Nessie, no.
And then like Marco and Star hugging, it was like, I got you, Marco Diaz. It was so cute.
And
Oh
then
yeah,
Tom has to come and be like, "I'm gonna make this awkward."
I've heard.
I
And
love that.
made
I
it
was
up,
like, beautiful.
and he made it awkward.
I love
Like,
his one-liners. They write his one-liners so well.
mhm.
Yeah. So yeah,
I-
Meteora's now a little baby, and
Uh-huh.
Eclipsa is with went back to her husband
with Globgor.
with good old Globgor, and wherever
Love one.
and then wherever Glossaric went, who knows? I
I
guess
don't
to
know.
like the rightful queen. I guess.
Ah,
So many
well,
questions still need
I
to
mean,
be answered.
it is if he knew that Eclipse had a Meteora was the heir to the throne, but still Star was gonna be the queen. He said, "My job is to teach Star to be a queen." So is that still his job,
Well,
or
she's a
what?
queen
Like,
now. He wants to teach her to be a queen. Now that she is queen,
you see
it
that
was
advice?
like his job was not I'm going to stay with her and help her govern as queen. It was I'm going to teach her to be a queen and then deuces.
Yeah.
So, but
Well,
it's interesting. And now that we have a baby and the wand will be passed to baby now, that also
yeah.
means we no longer get Spider with the top hat.
I never really liked this fighter character. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I
He's
don't
a
know
bit
why.
much. He's a bit much, but
A very yeah, yeah. That's the only way I can describe him. Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
So,
but I feel bad because I like him. I really like him.
but yeah, no more narwhal blasts.
No more
or
narwhal, no more unicorn
Oh.
rainy
stampede.
corn seven. Yeah, that kind of sucks.
And Marco's wand was based off of Star's wand, right?
Yeah, Marco's one is just stars. Is when just when he
Yeah.
holds it.
Man.
Mhm.
So yeah, no more.
We're not gonna
Whatever
see that
happens
again.
there.
No more.
No more. What did he have?
Yep.
Was he like? He wasn't a crescent moon. What was he?
I've seen fan art of like Crescent Moon Marco.
It was a Crescent Moon, I think. It was a Crescent Moon. Also, if you zoom in the episode Booth Buddies, and you stop the recording at where Star grabs the photo from the photo booth, you can see both their cheek marks. The
oh yeah.
Okay, here's the thing. Yeah. Is that real? Because I watched it. I watched it on my TV, and I didn't see it.
I have. I recall.
I did watch it. Okay. I did watch it. I stopped it in my computer. I made zoom in, and it did happen.
Okay, because like I was just watching it on TV, and I hit pause, and I didn't see it. So I didn't know what was up with it. Maybe I didn't zoom in enough. Well, because I was on TV, so I couldn't zoom. But I did pause it, so I just didn't see it on my end.
That sucks.
Yeah, so because I had seen the screenshots, because that also, I got spoiled for me. So I had seen the screenshots, so I was like, oh, I want to see that. But then I never saw it with my eyes, so I was like, oh, maybe it was fake. But it doesn't seem like it was fake, as if other people saw it, so...
Foreshadowing.
Definitely. So much foreshadowing.
Jesus.
All right, so what do you guys hope for season 4?
Starco.
All of the Earth characters to come back. Jackie, please.
Yeah. I'm hoping since sorry, Ashley, go ahead.
And like we said before, Tom to work on his self-growth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like
maybe depend a little on Star, so.
Yeah, story-wise, what I'm kind of hoping for... sorry, go ahead.
More baby Meteora.
Yeah, I'd like to see her be like a little baby or a toddler.
Yeah. Marco Jr. too. Like, I want to see Marco Jr.
Yeah, I hope, I hope Naisea comes back.
Oh man, but no, I hope story-wise, like what I think would be kind of cool is since the legitimacy of the Butterfly Reign in Muni is kind of in question at the moment, I would like to see all of the other groups like start, rising up. Like so that's why I was like, that would be cool to see Ludo's family be like, you know what? Maybe we actually should rule Muni. And so you see them start building up, and then you can kind of see the pigeons, kind of like and then like almost like a bunch of civil wars happening. So basically, Game of Thrones. We're gonna put Game of Thrones and Star versus the Forces of Evil.
If they do that, as long as they don't make it look too complex and too complicated, just not too much all in once. But I do like that idea.
Yeah, it would. Like to me, I think it would be cool if they just did it like little bits at a time, not and like they do, where you'll have 3 episodes where nothing like you'll have Star's story, and then you'll have that one episode where they're thinking, you know what, let's go ahead and start, maybe we have this acclaim, and then just doing stuff like that, and then like either the season finale or the mid-season finale, that's when it kind of comes to the head. Or to a head, and you kind of see like just all these different groups like vying at the same time.
Yeah. That would be really cool, though.
Yeah, I should work for Disney, but
I want to work for Disney.
Everybody wants to work. Hey, Darren.
I have connections, so I'm like, guys.
I know Memo Aponte. I know Memo Aponte, and if you're from Disney and you're listening, you know who Memo Aponte is. And if you don't, he voiced Nemo for Spanish, and he also voiced Hero in Spanish, and he worked in Coco.
Yay! Nice.
Yeah, he basically started in Disney as a child, and now he's like a 30-year-old man and still working at Disney.
That's kind of cool.
Yay.
Okay, so now actually I know you wanted to talk about ships. So let's just go ahead and peel that Band-Aid off and talk about the ships.
Do we have enough time?
Let's see. It's I don't have to be at work until 7:30 tomorrow, so I got some time.
Okay, well, Jackie and Marco are honestly my favorite because Jackie is like my dream girl, and she's like the perfect girlfriend. She is so goofy. She kind of has like the same goofiness as Marco. Like, I just love their chemistry, and I love all the guts that Marco poured out onto her to try to go out with her, and like
Mm-hmm.
he just went through so much. Like he let out all his secrets in front of her, and he put so
Yeah.
much effort, and he really cares about her. But I mean, I love anybody with Marco. Tom with Marco, Star with Marco,
Oh
me with
yeah.
Marco.
Hey, I deserve Marco, honestly.
Excuse me.
I've been
Okay,
through a
hell
lot in my
no.
life. I deserve
Okay,
Marco.
hell no.
Excuse me.
Oh hell no, you deserve that.
Battle for Marco. That's the next. That's the next movie.
That would be
Yeah.
hilarious. It's just a bunch. It's just It's just all the harem.
It's still the Game of Thrones thing about the Butterfly Kingdom. The next one is gonna be about who has Mark.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like Jackie and Marco, but my personal favorite is the Jana and Marco. Like I love the Janko so much. I wish it would happen. It won't because it would just be a terrible relationship.
They're
Be a
like my
relationship.
crash
It would be a relationship built on
Destructive.
lies.
Destructive, but fun. Destructive but fun.
Not as destructive and fun as Jana and Tom. That would be.
Oh,
They
dude,
would-
that would be a hell of a.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
They've met, right? Jana and Tom.
yeah,
Did
they met.
Yeah, they met.
Someday.
Stump Day.
Someday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they need to meet again.
Yeah.
They need to
Also-
go back to Echo Creek while Tom and Star
Yeah.
are still together, so that they can meet Jana.
Yeah.
Now I've seen people ship Hickapoo with Marco.
Markapoo. Oh, God.
Markapoo. Oh Lord.
I have a thing for that. I have one answer for that, and I think it's the only thing that the people ship it for. NSFW. That's it.
Well, Hegapoo's all in it for the muscles. Like that's why she was totally cool with Talon. It was all about the muscles.
Yeah.
So
Abs.
like Marco now is kind of like no. I did like how Star like raised the shirt to see if Marco still had the abs.
My answer. No.
Oh yeah, that too.
We kind of forgot to talk about that. You got to see Marco's booty again.
Yeah.
When was that?
It's when he and Star are kind of like fighting. They're like she's throwing everything at him, and he ties his hoodie around his. Basically, he ties his hoodie around his head like Star had it tied when she was doing her thing.
I need to probably rewatch that because I forgot.
Yeah, it was pretty
Goal
good
for the
stuff.
day.
Also, like other ships I see is like Calico. I don't know, like what to think of that.
Well, I don't know. Like Kelly and Marco seem to be pretty close. Like he is, if he's close to anybody other than like anybody else in that world, I would say it would probably be closer to Kelly than
Yeah.
probably anybody else. Maybe not Hekapoo, but I mean they kind of had a falling out. So
They shared a
long time together.
moment.
16 years. No, but like I think they are close because they're really good friends, and because probably Marco is trying to escape from Star to leave her like alone. Like he said in Boot Buddies, things are different after she said she had a crush on him, and he probably feels like he should give her some space. So like that's why he's trying to find other people to hang out with, and the closest one right now is Kelly.
Yeah, which is weird. I'd like to think that Tad was going on their like kind of like dates together. I guess
Yeah.
I'd like to think that Tad was there the whole time.
Yeah, me too. Also, I think we're missing the most shipped thing in the entire series in season 1, Starco. A lot of things to say about that, though.
I shipped them right off the bat. It was like, okay, so they're basically like Kim Possible. I mean, they're just like they're best friends. They're
It's like,
eventually
how-
gonna
yeah,
date.
when's it gonna
They
happen?
eat.
And like I said before, and I say it again, I don't care how many times best friends becoming a couple is cliche. It's pure. It's good.
As
and
long
it's
as they are written
beautiful.
perfectly, it's like, okay, yeah, that's gonna work.
Yeah.
It hardly ever happens in anime, unfortunately.
That's true.
Yeah, the best friend character, they usually never make it out.
Meh.
Yeah,
Japan, you silly.
No, they're like, no best friends. They kick him.
No best friendo.
like, no, let's give him somebody in the end. Well, except Sailor Moon, that they did end up together in the end.
Yeah, but they weren't friends. They hated each other.
Yeah, that's the point. Actually, I think the basic concept for Darren that was that Marco and Star were gonna be enemies at the beginning. So basically, I mean, she is inspired on Sailor Moon, so
Yeah, because what is it? Marco's like based off of Dragon Ball Z and Star's Sailor Moon.
yeah, Sailor Moon, yeah.
Oh my god.
There were so many basic concepts for this show.
And Tom was like Zuko, based off Zuko.
And Tom was Zuko.
Oh god, don't get me started with that. I like Aang and Katara, but I'm starting to be more of a Zuko and Katara. I don't know why, but
Zukara, yeah.
No, well,
Yeah,
I didn't like. I never
Zuko
liked
Katara. I don't know what they call it now.
Yeah,
like they just teased the fans like they always thought Katara and Zuko were like the couple, and no, it was Aang and Katara.
Yeah, I never liked Katara.
Sokka and Suki are my faves.
Oh, Sokka and Suki's great, but I love Sokka and Toph.
Yeah.
I don't know what they would be called. Soft, maybe? I don't know.
Soft.
No, that's perfect. That should be the ship name. It should be Soft.
No!
Soft is
No!
soft. It's not soft.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna go cry now.
Oh no, I love from God, now we're gonna talk about Avatar. So we'll be here another 6 hours. But no, I loved Sokka's my favorite character in that whole entire series, and I loved Sokka.
I love Sokka so much.
Like I loved Sokka and Suki, but I loved Toph and Sokka's relationship. I like the gentle, I say gentle, like the ribbing that they did all the time. Yeah. Like I love how he always forgets that she's blind. That's one of my favorite gags throughout the whole entire series. It's like, hey Toph, hold this. Just falls. Be like, really?
Yeah. Also, she might be blind, but she's badass.
Oh yeah, she's definitely badass.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Oh man.
All right, so what is next? What happens next now?
What's next?
What's next? I mean, any other thoughts that like what you want to see going forward?
Yeah. How did we went from a show that started off as a student that just wanted to stay away from this crazy girl from another dimension to a freaking monster that is the actual heir to the throne, and that princess that now can fly, bring the heck out of her. How did we went from so innocent to so badass anime looking like? When did that happen?
They should go back to school. I mean,
I do think so, but I mean, considering the fact that there are a lot of things to consider, and that's all the characters have to move on. They can't really go backwards because that's just how life is.
Yeah.
So I mean, they'll probably on occasion be things, maybe an episode or two when they do go back to school, but you gotta stay focused on what will happen in the very end.
You know what would be kind of cool if we got an episode where, cause I mean, since Marco is the straight A student, safe kid,
right?
Yeah, if he's maybe tutoring Starco. Or not Starco. Yeah, he's tutoring his own ship.
What?
He's tutoring Star. Maybe he's there to, kind of I guess maybe
Dr. Marco, PhD.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's a pretty handsome dude.
Yeah, definitely. He's a cinema.
Yeah, so maybe something like that. I don't know, because I mean, they've neglected their education for 2 seasons.
Yeah, I miss the goblin teacher. What's her name?
Oh yeah, Miss Skolnick.
Yeah, Miss Skolnick.
Also, I don't know if they confirmed season 5 already, but if they didn't, season 4 may be our last season of Star vs. the Forces of Evil. So.
Well, yeah, Disney Channel or Disney XD. I don't know. Maybe there's a episode difference or episode limit difference, but it's usually 75 episodes that they're limited to. So, I don't know how many are in total right now.
So just like a few after syndication, and then they're done.
Yeah. I don't know. Depends on how popular it gets.
We're about to come to an end.
Yeah, and it's one of those where like I would be okay if this was the last season. Like I wouldn't I would love for it to continue, but if they're able to wrap everything, I would rather them wrap everything and give me a good final season than wrap everything and then give me a really subpar season 5.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Unlike Gravity Falls needed another season.
Yeah, but I don't know. When it takes you 5 years to come up with 2 seasons, that's a little bit. Yeah, it kind of hurts.
Like maybe make one more season and a final movie.
Yeah, I would totally be fine with that.
Like Adventure Time.
Or Kim Possible even.
And Kim Possible, yeah.
Yeah.
Kim Possible too.
Let's do a Kim Possible episode.
Sure, I'm down for it.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Okay, well...
Wait, I mean, the movie's coming out, so...
Yeah, the live action. Mm-hmm, please cast me in it.
Oh, God, cast me in it, please. I want to be Rufus. I would be this... Can I be the speaker at Bueno Nacho? That's all I want to do. If I could just be in the background at Bueno Nacho, that's all I would want. That would be fantastic.
I don't care if I'm a background extra. I will want to be in this.
Right? That would be so much fun.
Me too. I'll fly to Mexico. I'll pay my flight. Just get me in this movie.
Oh man! All right, guys, this was super fun.
Yeah.
Yay! Thanks so much.
Oh,
Thank you so much for having me again.
Thanks so much for coming on. Now, Andreas, where can everybody find you on social media?
All right, you can find me on Tumblr as Marco Diaz Starco, and in YouTube as Gavin INT, and in Instagram as Andres de la Parra.
And Ashley, what about you?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter. They're the same URL. It's +eton_vous. It's in French. I'm a huge Tangled fanatic. And I also have a cosplay profile on Instagram. It's Takumisa Cosplay. And I also have a website if you want to listen to my voiceover demo. It's ashleysailor.com.
Excellent. And we'll put all of the links in the show notes in here, so that way if you want to check anybody out, all you have to do is just click on those and it'll take you right to their pages. And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Josh L. Kane. You can find the podcast on Instagram at Animation Station Podcast, on Twitter at Animate Podcast, on Facebook, Vero, and Tumblr at Animation Station Podcast. And you can find all of our episodes on iTunes, Stitcher, Podbean, and on our webisode, and on our website, animationstationpodcast.com. Oh man. Okay, guys. That was super fun. We need to do this again. Maybe when we get like that halfway part of season 4.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be sure I get in here again.
Excellent.
Hopefully.
All right, everybody.
Bring Adam MacArthur.
Yeah, everybody. Hashtag.
Yes.
You just like spam Adam MacArthur. Don't actually spam Adam MacArthur. That would get annoying.
I won't. I'll probably just mention him once.
Oh yeah. Say I try like whenever he likes something of ours, I'll be like, hey Adam, you can come on. It's okay. We won't bite. Please.
We love you.
Please.
We'll pay you.
Do you want me to fly out to LA? I'll fly out to LA if I got to do the recording. I have equipment that I can record from out there. Just let me know. I'll be there.
Yes.
All right. So
thank you, Josh, for coming.
Oh, no problem. Thanks a lot much, guys. So for the Animation Station Podcast, I'm Josh.
And I'm Ashley.
And I'm Andres.
Perfect. Bye, everybody.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.